like this. Are you even listening to me?
What's up, party? Ooh, that's a good highlight reel right there. How are we doing tonight? North Attleborough. Or whatever this place is called. Woo! Shout out to Massachusetts. That's right. Now remember to tip your servers very well, and they're doing a lot of good things for us tonight. Shout out to all the staff and everybody for turning up, tuning in. That's what we're talking about. Hi, my name is Toby Reynolds. You may remember me from such films as That Feel When No Girlfriend and Inside the Secret World of Incels. What a catalog that is. I tell you, star-studded. Leo DiCaprio, eat your heart out, baby. You know, I kind of feel a little horseshoe moment with Mr. DiCaprio. You know, every time you see him on the news, they're not talking about his awards. They're talking about he's getting too much pussy. Leo DiCaprio just turned in his girlfriend for the new model. This is the 2023, very low mileage. Next up at 11, the man you love to hate, Toby Reynolds. Does he not get enough pussy? We're going to talk to the experts and figure it out. I'm starting to think this journalism might not really be a real job. I think they just say anything to stoke fire. That's just how I'm feeling. But, you know, I don't really care about journalists, though, because as long as I'm a superstar in the eyes of my family, that's what it's really all about. I keep going over, and I'm sure one of these days I'm going to be a superstar in their eyes, but right now their eyes are a lot like this. Oh, my God. Oh, please. Oh, God, no, now what? Now it's, I got to show up in a Uber Black, no plates. That's all right, though. You know, you never really know how much your family loves you until they sit you down at Thanksgiving with the whole family around and they say, Toby, listen, if you're gay, that's cool. Don't worry about it. You could let us all know right now. Oh, sorry. I mean, I'm just stone cold, baby. Got a super secret, special superpower. It's called autism. Makes it really hard to do a lot of things when it comes to the ladies. But I thought when I was reading all these Reddit posts, I'm taking it back right now. College days, because now, I mean, I don't go outside, but that's okay. College days, though, Reddit.com had me covered. They said, you got to come in with that fedora, nice tuxedo. I said, wow, they just tell, this is for free? Fuck, they should charge money for this. They do now, by the way, but it's beside the point. I said, boom, all right, let me stand outside the ladies' dorm rooms. So fitted. Thrift store got me right. Head-to-toe tuxedo and fedora. They just never came out. I just would stand there for hours. I don't know. I thought maybe my personality needs to be a little better. That's okay. But it just never really panned out. So I became, as everybody would, completely bitter, full of hatred, absolute malice just seething from every pore of my body. So naturally, I went to this fantastic website. It wasn't Reddit. It was a little different. It was called 4chan. And I said, they're going to get me right. I found this fantastic place, and it was called the Anime Board. And I started looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I just need something to entertain myself, something to take my mind off of all these romantic failures. Something comes up. Waifus. Oh, what's that? I can't speak. I thought it said Wi-Fist like Richard Dreyfuss. Waifus. Okay, let me see what they're talking about. And you want to talk about a rabbit hole. Fuck, I think that was the pop it up in China hole, and that just straight down, center of the earth, 10,000 leagues under the sea. So I started reading it, and I was out on my own at that time. I had a nice apartment in Section 8 projects. I still got charged. I kind of thought that was weird. My neighbor, he paid like $100 a month. I was paying like $700, and this was in 2012, so that was real money back then. But that's cool. I mean, I guess, hey, whatever it takes, got to be nose to the grindstone. I was working 80 hours a week, first time out of like 5 different periods in my life. But anyway, I said to myself, you know what? Why am I spending all this money on tuxedos and fedoras from the Goodwill? All I got to do is buy these anime figures and really just go totally mentally ill. I'm talking about I got to stare at this figure all day and be like, it's real. It's real. Just fucking. I'm watching the shows playing in the background. It's like I just loop it, and there's like 30 seconds of the girl talking, and I'm like, only $25 on Amazon. Wow, that's a great deal. So I started buying them up, using all my disposable income. I might have missed a couple of insurance payments. I mean, all you got to do, you buy it like the first month, and the card says it's good for 6 months. I don't think they really checked it back then. So I lose a couple policies, a couple 100 points off my credit score, no big deal. I had more important things to do. But I knew that figurines, they called you a casual for that. Straight up loser, sucker, lower than dog shit. In fact, you should probably just get killed if you were just only buying figurines. They would post these big threads, hundreds of pictures where guys were whining and dining their body pillows. So my tax returns came in 2013. I'm like, oh, I'm nothing. I'm lower than dirt. I really got to show them what time it is. So I went, and they had a guide for this. You're buying imported Egyptian silk fabric and all this stuff. I mean, you're not going to cheap out on your engagement ring, right? I didn't see that coming. Ooh, that's psychic vision right there. I said, boom, now I'm going to invest in what really matters. Let me get the finest Egyptian silk, whatever it was, $500 for a body pillow, and that's just a pillow. But that was a great start. Then I said to myself, well, there was a particular anime girl that I liked. She had this routine where she hated men. So I was like, oh, I can save her. I can fix her. She's not even real. It's a character. I'm totally mentally ill, and I'm just going to pretend like I saved her. So it's a done deal. All the canon media, I could just, here's my little offshoot. Boom, let's go. But she was too underground, too low-key. Her chest wasn't big enough to sell the body pillow covers. It wasn't moving numbers. So I had to go to eBay. Rio de Janeiro, filtered it down. I found the most talented Brazilian DeviantArt user that I could find on the eBay marketplace. And I don't know, it was like, this is before I knew how to use Google Translate, so it's like, says it's like 13,000 to some like B or something. I'm like, I'm gonna put in my credit card, see what happens. If it doesn't go through, then I don't got enough money, but it went through, so I'm like, yeah, it's this chick right here. Here's a couple screenshots from the anime. He said something I couldn't understand, so I just sent him a smiley face back, emoticon. I'm like, charge my card. It's gonna take like 8 weeks. Time to let's just do it. I got nothing to lose at this point. I'm obviously way too far gone. And I'm only like 22 years old. Holy shit. Just dig the hole now. Fuck it, I'm crawling in. So I was going to college still at the time, and I'm walking in with an air of confidence. They tell you confidence and personality, it's not even a real thing, but no, I'm telling you, I'm strutting in. Because I said, fuck these bitches. Oh, I got my anime waifu pillow coming in. Yeah, you bitches ain't shit. Fuck. Yeah, you're going to see me strolling in, and you're going to be disgusted, but I don't care because this is a beautiful anime woman right here. I don't care what you got to say. So each week goes by. I actually made the dean's list in my first year of college, which is completely shocking. Woo! If I ever go back, it's only been like 12 years. I left a good mark. So just time goes by, day after day, week after week, and finally, oh my goodness, I've left the silk pillow, like the body of it, in my closet for the last 8 weeks because the way that this is going in my mind is, you know how when it's time for your wedding and you don't want to see your wife, you gotta wait. She's got to get walked down by the father of the bride. I'm like, it's out of sight, out of mind. I can't even. But the box comes one day, and it's got all kinds of foreign custom stickers on it, so I know it's the real deal. in this box, I had a stoop on my jets. That's what they call the projects, Section 8, the jets. On my stoop. And it looked like somebody had ran a fucking bulldozer over the box while it was on the stairs. It was devastated. Like, it was like 3-ply cardboard, and you could see like the pyramid waves on the sides because it was so devastated. I think there was probably raccoons that dug in there and shit. That's okay. It was there. I come in from the stoop, and I like underhand it like a softball onto the couch. I'm going into to the kitchen to grab my steak knife to start busting all this tape down. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like your honeymoon, right? Probably what I would imagine. I would never know, but I'm like, fuck, I'm about to just bust this thing open. I'm about to dress this thing up, and I'm about to really dress it up. Whoo, up and down. So I come in, and I'm just with a knife. And I open it, and I can see the plastic package. I can see it's her hair color. Just sweating. My whole body's electric. And so I'm like, well, I got to, I had a bed that I slept in that I pulled out of a dumpster. So it wasn't even a twin. It was like a prison cot. It actually probably came from a prison. It was something, it weighed like 500 pounds of steel. But it worked. I was able to bring it in like foot by foot up the stoop until I got it into my apartment. Great way to save money. So I throw it on the bed, and I'm like, all right, just like this. I bust the plastic open, and I throw the whole body cover out on the bed. And I tell you, it looked like the anime girl if she had applied makeup with a sledgehammer. If she had just stuck her entire head into a wasp hive, and also, for no reason whatsoever, huge tits. Just huge tits, like unfathomably large tits. Fuck. I got down to my knees, and I felt like what I would imagine if you had to identify a deceased loved one. Is this your waifu, sir? Oh, my God. Oh, God, no. No, please don't. Not again. All that pride, all that confidence I had built up in my gut for the last, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, or whatever, while I'm walking around like I'm untouchable. The hottest shit that has ever lived on this planet. To end up with a total monster. Just this absolutely gut-wrenching disappointment. And there's one other thing that gives me this kind of disappointment, and I think it's just me, because I think you got to be a nut, total psychotic and neurotic to think about this, but I work nights, so I stay up at night, and in the break room I watch infomercials. I watch Jack LaLanne's turkey juicer and all this turkey degreaser and the rotisserie, the Showtime oven. Yeah, you know about that shit. And I watch. And these ones, they still play them now. And they had to have filmed them in 2002, because I could remember when I was a kid watching them at my grandmother's house. And I could just imagine it's like some kind of horrible purgatory to be in, where you're like the old man who watches Jack LaLanne fucking degrease the turkey. Wow, Jack, are you telling me I'm going to save 300 calories on every meal? Oh, you'll never know. It's the grease is trapped in the pan, and it tastes just as good as the restaurant. Wow, Jack. And if you watch these infomercials, they're 60 minutes long, and every probably 90 seconds, it's just the same 15-second bumper again, where it's the old man staring at the turkey grease, and it just happens over and over again before it continues, because he's got to cook the turkey. He's doing it real time. They're not bullshitting you. It's the real deal, Oh my God, just imagine what a legacy. Jack LaLanne's turkey degrease hype man. I don't know, something about that just gets to me. And similarly, although I'm proud to say this is something that's out of my routine now, but I used to have these adult websites back in the day. It was like Stripper Party XXX. And they'd have 2 people fucking, and they'd have 100 people in the crowd doing this the whole time. It's just, they have that 2-note club beat, and they're just fucking, and there's a bunch of people just standing in the back doing this. I'm like, wow, what oh my goodness, I don't know, just purgatory. That's what it's got to be. You can never escape being the background dancer for Stripper Party. Oh, good Lord. One other thing that I find very disappointing, I don't know, I must be they always tell me I'm a pessimist. One other thing I find very disappointing is fast fashion. Because I know there's got to be somebody really suffering in a warehouse like 20 hours a day, just making the most. It's shit that's going to disintegrate instantly. It might not even make it into the box. I watch these ads, because now I've got banned off YouTube like 30 times, so I had to make a new account. And it's unskippable ads, so it's Temu keeps popping up. They're so absolutely fucked. They can't even get somebody to voice over. It's all AI now. And it's like one 3D blender model spinning around. Temu, I feel like a billion. And it's like, it's just plastic spinning around. I'm like, holy shit. It would be merciful to just absolute hellfire that entire factory. I promise whatever you're about to feel is significantly less painful than a life Temuing plastic coats to a bunch of starving children or whatever it is you got going on. It just makes me sick. I can't sleep for days at a time when I think about it. All right, folks. Well, I'm glad I told you the most deep and intimate parts of my entire life and psyche. I'm thinking it might possibly be time for one Mr. Eric Hayden to take the stage.